Princess Sentai Kizunager meets K-pop demon hunters, Part 3. At the Huntrix's home tower, the Kizunagers, Togo, Tsukasa, Kyoryu, Logi, Teltina, and Yadra, along with Mira and Zoey are studying Rumi to figure out what triggered her dark bond energy to use the monometal to transform her into the Huntrix Bondki, since it may cause a problem to them if the bonded king and Gwi-Ma would achieve their goals to conquer their worlds. But they weren't aware that Rumi's subconscious is still awake as she began to see illusions of her friend's dead or betraying her, and also hearing Jinyu's voice and tells her to kill both demons and humans, as it was revealed that Gwi-Ma has tapped into Rumi's mind to control her using the monometal that was used to transform her into the Huntrix Bondki. Meanwhile, Yadra continues to examine Rumi's body as she notices her mumbling about something into a melody as Teltina pulls out a pen and a sheet of paper to see what Rumi is mumbling in her sleep. When the Kizunagers have gathered all the words that Rumi is saying, Teltina began to sing the words that Rumi said in her sleep, which triggered both Mira and Zoey as they recognized the lyrics from Takedown, and it reminded them of the horrifying moment when they discovered Rumi's secrets as they grabbed the sheet of paper and tears it apart. As Yadra yells at Mira and Zoey and demands them why they just rip up the lyrics, they explain to the Kizunagers that they wrote Takedown as a way to win the Idol Awards to defeat the Saja boys back then. But it made Rumi feel ashamed about herself being half-demon since she wasn't confident enough to share her secret with them. This made the Kizunagers understand why Mira and Zoey regret writing that song, which made Rumi feel ashamed of being half-demon, which complicates her trust with them. But Togo tells Mira and Zoey that he and his friends have also experienced the same thing, with Teltina hiding her demi-human side from the people closest to her for so long, which is also the reason why they want to create a new world, so that humans and inhumans can coexist with each other without worrying about being different from others or seeing each other as enemies. Just then, the Kizunagers along with Mira and Zoey witness Rumi screaming in pain as she's being controlled by Gwi-Ma and transforms back into the Huntrix Bondki to destroy both her friends and the Kizunagers as she escapes from the tower. As the Huntrix Bondki began to attack the people of Korea and witness the Mana demons trying to assist her, but ended up slaughtering them since they are still demons, Mira and Zoey showed up to free Rumi from her dark bond energy, while Togo and his friends deal with the Mana demons as they pull out their bond plates and inserts them into their Kizuna braces to transform into the Kizunagers, Red, Pink, White, Night, Rise, and Magus, to help save the people from harm's way. Yadra inserts the Shinkenger, Kyoryuger, Donbrothers, and Gozyuger Legend Bond Plates into her Kizuna brace to summon Shinken Red, Brave Kyoryu Red, Oni Sister, and Gozyu Tyranno to assist the Kizunagers to take down the Mana demons, while Mira and Zoey pull out their weapons to take down the Huntrix Bondki. But then they began to feel horrified and scared about using their weapons at Rumi, since it reminded them about almost killing her at the Idol Awards, as Gwi-Ma began to take control of the Huntrix Bondki's body to take down Mira and Zoey, as he knows that they don't have the courage to destroy the Huntrix Bondki without killing Rumi in the process, since her patterns are linked to the monometal that transform her into a Bondki monster in the first place. As Gwi-Ma continues to control the Huntrix Bondki to brutally take down Mira and Zoey to finish them off for good, they were saved by Togo, who wants to help them save Rumi from her dark bonds, as he explains to Gwi-Ma that not all demons are different from humans, and it's unforgivable of him to use Rumi's shame to turn against her friends just for his own greed. This made Gwi-Ma annoyed at Togo's cocky attitude and was about to destroy him, until Togo used Mira and Zoey's weapons to weaken the Huntrix Bondki a bit to create an opening for him to perform the burning Kizuna punch to break through the Huntrix Bondki's chest to retrieve the monometal inside of its body to break Gwi-Ma's link to Rumi's mind, as he was sent back to the underworld to be imprisoned for the rest of his life. but retrieving the monometal from the Huntrix Bondki caused its body to create a vortex sucking everything around them like a black hole as Togo spotted Rumi still linked inside of the Huntrix Bondki and plans to go inside of the vortex to free her from her dark bond energy. Just then, Mira and Zoey hold on to Togo to make sure he doesn't get sucked into the vortex completely with the help of the other Kizunagers to help him and manage to free Rumi from the Huntrix Bondki's body as it explodes into nothing. Back at the underworld, Gwi-Ma is furious that the Kizunagers have stopped him from taking control of Rumi's mind as he noticed that some of the demons aren't in the underworld and finds out that the bonded king was using him to give the original Bondki the demonic patterns to make her even more powerful than as he yells in rage of being betrayed by the Bansouenders. Meanwhile at the spacecraft known as Red Dino, the bonded king is pleased that he has gathered enough demons to transform them into mono-demons to assist the original Bondki and the Ngakons to invade both Earth and another world to prevent the New World daybreak from happening as he orders the original Bondki to take down both the Kizunagers and Huntrix for good as she teleports back to Korea to lure them out of hiding. Meanwhile, Rumi began to wake up from her nightmare as she witnessed her friends and the Kizunagers watching over her and she is terrified about what she has done when she became the Huntrix Bondki. But Mira and Zoey gave Rumi a hug to comfort her as they are happy to know that she's alive and saved from her dark bond energy as they thank Togo for never giving up on Rumi and freeing her from her dark past. Back at the Huntrix's home tower, Kyoryuger studies the monometal as it has the same demonic patterns as Rumi and the original Bondki and wonders if it can be transformed into a new bond plate for her and the other Kizunagers to use as she and Teltina witness Rumi staring out the window feeling ashamed about losing control of herself and horrified about almost killing her friends under Gwi-Ma's control. When Rumi looks back at Kyoryuger and Teltina approaching her and trying to comfort her about everything that just happened a couple moments ago as she apologizes again to them for letting the Bansouenders mess with her emotions and regrets like that. But Teltina began to tell Rumi that she also felt guilty about being inhuman too since her brother, Alto, sacrificed himself to save her when she was young and used the mana seed to turn her into a demi-human as she was forced to hide it from her family and loved ones since she was also afraid about losing control of herself, but she accepts both sides of her, the good and the bad, and doesn't let her fears stand in the way to showing her what's inside of her heart. This made Rumi happy that Teltina can relate to her struggles as she is confident enough to raise her sword again and willing to fight alongside her friends and the Kizunagers to save Celine from her dark bonds as she noticed that Mira and Zoey were eavesdropping on their conversation and were happy that Rumi isn't afraid of showing both sides of her without any regret. So now the Kizunagers and Huntrix head out of the tower and make their way to the city to finally put an end to the original Bondki for good to free Celine from her dark bond energy with the power of both music and bond.